Good evening and happy Father's Day to all. I came across a reel the other day that had a study on it that spoke of the importance of fathers. And after watching that reel, I decided I was gonna, look up this study or a study similar to it of fathers in a home versus fathers not in a home. I'm waiting to see if she's about to calve. That's why I was out here. I had to see if she was calving, but not yet. But anyways, that study, I had found one online and I had put it, like I hadn't closed out of the page. I'd left it in my internet browser pages, and the other day, yesterday, I was kind of talking about that study with some people, and I went looking to pull that back up, and I was going to show them. And I found out that no longer was that page available, that they had, they're hiding that information, I guess I would have to say, because I looked on Google, I looked on Bing, and it said page not found. No more were they willing to show us the importance of a father. Well, that study, if I can summarize some of it spoke to homes with fathers. The children, they were healthier, happier, less mental issues, with healthier, better body image and all of this stuff. And then it got into like substance abuse things. There was less substance abuse. They did better in education. And then they went on and they started talking about run-ins with the law. And even into, adulthood. The instances where children had, or young adults or adults, if they came from fatherless homes, they were at something like 4 or 5 times more likely to have problems, end up in jail. And what's really amazing is they said that in that study, a single father had the same impact on his children, and in those cases, as a mother and a father. So a father is a very important, I don't know if you want to call it a job or occupation. You can't really call it that, but it's an endeavor in life, right? Like we're blessed when we're fathers, and we need to take that seriously and do good for our children and shield them from the world, these attacks. I mean, we see, and I'll be blunt, there's a political party that has really attacked men the last few years and belittled men and made men out to be the enemy, especially white men. And they're even realizing now that they have a problem with that, where they're spending millions upon millions of dollars trying to figure out how they can message to men differently, and young men. And they're just, they don't understand. They need to change their ideals. They need to change their platform, what they're saying, what they're doing, and like they've come to the conclusion that they just need to figure out how to manipulate them differently. Essentially is what I've been told, is what they've come to figure out. They don't want to change the narrative. They want to continue to paint men as bad people and whatnot, but that's not going to benefit anything. God had a plan, right? He ordained a male and a female to raise up a child together, or children, and we can, you could even look at, the inner cities and whatnot, and you can see how, back, what was it, in the 60s and 70s, 60s, 50s, I don't know, they said that they had strong family ties, mother and father, and good morals and whatever, and now you look at the increased crime rate, and there's fatherless homes. So the role of a father is vital, and it has lasting effect on the children and on our nation and on the world. And so we need to take this seriously and train up our children in the way they should go. For when they're old, they will not depart from it. Stay blessed.